Hello everyone, great to have your company on 𝐊𝐿𝐴𝐚 TV. I'm James Preston and you're watching The Buzzing Trends, a show that looks at the emerging trends driving the market momentum. In today's show we're taking a rather funky leaf out of California's book and green thumbing a number of promising cannabis stocks, including ECS Botanics Incorporated, Incannex Healthcare, Little Green Pharma, AusCann Group and BOD Australia, which you can see on the screen right now. Now, Australia is perfectly positioned to take advantage of the sector growth as the country has the ideal climate for cannabis production, with several Australian players already investing heavily in the sector. In a positive sign, Australia's cannabis industry is progressing in the right direction. The Therapeutic Goods Administration has approved the over-the-counter sale of the low-dose cannabidiol, also known as CBD, in February 2021. Australian cannabis shares are also grabbing attention on the back of recent legislative developments, decent returns, as well as record sales of their cannabis-related products. So with this backdrop, let's take a quick look at 5 ASX-listed cannabis shares in detail. Our first pick is ECS Botanics. It's obtained the distribution of its ECS Botanics hemp seed oil product into the countrywide stores of supermarket giant Coles. The company's products will be stocked in several stores and are anticipated to be on shelves by October 2021. ECS Botanics stated that its hemp seed oil will be placed in the cooking division of Coles stores. Moving on now to Incannex Healthcare, and on the 10th of August 2021, the company completed a Human Research Ethics Committee submission in partnership with Monash University for a trial that combines psilocybin administration with specialised therapy for patients suffering from generalised anxiety disorder. Moreover, the company has also submitted a pre-investigational new drug application meeting request to the US Food and Drug Administration, or the FDA, for guidance on an important trial. The trials are scheduled to start in late 2021 and they'll continue into 2022. Time now for a very short break. We'll be right back with more cannabis stocks on the other side of some messages right here on 𝐊𝐿𝐴𝐚 TV.
Tune in to stay updated while on the move.
We will tell you where the crypto craze has reached,
Where the property market is headed next.
what the world is doing to become more environmentally friendly.
Apart from tracking the daily market charter.
Be on top of the latest news and announcements
With 𝐊𝐴𝐚 TV.
Welcome back, James Preston with you for the Buzzing Trends on 𝐊𝐴𝐚 TV, live from Sydney, and in this edition we're prescribing you a slip for high potential cannabis stocks. Let's now take a close look at Little Green Pharma. LGP recorded a transformational June 2021 quarter, which positioned the company as a prominent pure-play medicinal cannabis producer across the globe. On July 28, the company announced its quarterly update, which highlighted record growth in underlying patient demand across Australia, with a 37% increase in new patients, as well as a 25% rise in products that were dispensed. The company also acquired a world-class medicinal cannabis facility in Denmark. Little Green Pharma ended the June quarter with a strong balance sheet, with cash stocks worth of 40 million Australian dollars. The next stock to take a look at is AusCann Group. On July 30, the company disclosed its progress for the June 2021 quarter, and it remains well funded with net cash of around $14 million. Let's take a look at the key highlights from the quarter on your screens right now. AusCann reported positive findings for the Phase 2A clinical trial for 𝐶PAT-01, an FDA veterinary drug candidate. The company also submitted pre-application assistance request with the Australian Pesticides and Veterinary Medicines Authority for 𝐊𝐿𝐷𝐿, and the company entered into a deal to supply its proprietary NuViz THC CBD 1-to-1 oral capsule to the Tasmanian Department of Health, and AusCann onboarded a global marketing manager to oversee the initial efforts for 𝐊𝐿𝐷𝐿 commercialisation in Australia, New Zealand and South Africa. And the last stock to take a look at is BOD Australia. Cannabis-centric healthcare company BOD Australia announced that the company onboarded Mr. Adrian Sturrock as its CFO. Mr. Sturrock is a highly skilled finance executive and has extensive experience in healthcare products, having worked in various senior finance positions at Blackmores from 2009 to 2021. Furthermore, in the June 2021 quarter, the company witnessed strong quarterly growth with a 212% increase in medicinal cannabis product sales. And in a significant achievement, BDA held a 46% share of the total Australian market for complete plant-high CBD products in the fiscal year of 2021. All right, well, that's all for now. Hope you enjoyed this special cannabis-focused edition of the Buzzing Trends. We'll take a look at more developing market trends with the Buzzing Trends show tomorrow. But for now, stay tuned to 𝐊𝐿𝐴𝐚 TV for the latest market news and interviews. I'm James Preston, signing off for now.